Good afternoon everyone, myself Shayan Banerjee and I'm again back with my economics classes. So here we are with our class 9 Palampur, the continuation part. I guess those who subscribe my channel have already seen that I've already started the Palampur's first chapter and we have already went through the economic activities. We went through the 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. We have still understood what land is, how the labor works, and now the capital. We had had a very slight discussion about what capital is. Just a recapitulation. Capital refers to the produced means of production. That is, anything that is being produced by man and ultimately helps in the production process, helps in the further production process, is considered as capital. So similarly, we have understood what are the features of capital, where is capital being used, we have understood everything. But now, today's topic of discussion will be, where is capital used in Palampur? Or how is Palampur village using capital? The basic meaning of capital is money. If you ask any lay person, they will always ask you or they will always tell you that I need some capital to start up my business. So each time, whenever we talk about a rural economy like Palampur, whenever we talk about a village or a rural economy like Palampur, where the major occupation of the people is farming, we are much more acquainted that Palampur or a village is always requiring, is always getting some capital or some money to start up their farm or to start up their cultivation process. So basically, farming is a thing that is done by the people there in Palampur. And as majority of the farmers live in Palampur, either it might be a small farmers or it might be a large or medium scale farmers. All require money to start up their farming. All require money to sow their seeds. All require money during the time of harvest. All require money to start up their farming method. So basically, capital that is required in the farming process can be best understood in this particular chapter by segregating this into 2 parts. How is capital required by the small farmers and how is this capital required by the medium and the large scale farmers? I request all my viewers and all my students here to just focus here in the board. I guess you can see here what I have written. I made an entire flow chart. I made some made a particular good compact thing. What is there in your entire chapter? What is there in the particular paragraph? Capital needed in farming into some points. So what I did is capital required in farming has been divided into 2 parts. How it is helping the small farmers and how it is helping the medium and large farmers. Now, the topic of discussion, what I am going to start now is, how is this capital required by the small farmers? The small farmers are the poor tillers of the land. They are the poor peasant farmers as well as the landless poor farmers who do not have any land of their own. And as I guess you all know that land is a fixed factor of production and that is very scarce. According to that, capital is also a very scarce factor of production and that is also found very smaller in amount. But capital is completely man-made. As it is completely man-made, that's why you can increase the capital but you can even decrease the capital. The small poor farmers or the tillers of the land, those who are landless, do not have a proper capital of their own. And as it is very much difficult for them to arrange huge amount of capital of their own, that's why they borrow money. They lend money from others. As they borrow money from others, from where do they borrow money? Question may come from here. A very 1 mark short answer question. They borrow money from either the money lenders or the traders. Now the money lenders are the big sages often found in the village. They are the rich money lenders, those who have plentiful amount of money in their hand and they are having this particular business to lend money to those poor people. They charge a very high interest rate on that. On the other hand, they even can get money, the stealers of the land can even get money from whom? From those traders. Basically, the traders are the suppliers of raw materials. I guess you can focus here. The supplier of inputs or the supplier of raw materials or who are the traders are there another source from where money can be obtained by these poor small farmers. They are so small that they are often being victimized as they are the exploited class. Who exploits them? Who makes them the victim? The merchants as well as the landlords or the money lenders, those who lend them money actually make them exploit by charging a very high interest rate on them. Right? So the two things that you need to remember is they borrow money from either the money lenders or the traders. Second point that you need to keep in mind is they are actually required to pay a very high interest rate to these money lenders while lending money. And number three is they are actually facing a life full of distress. What do you understand by distressful life? The word distress means having an excessive burden, a burden of liability. They always know that the amount of money that they had borrowed from the money lenders, they need to pay them back. So they are always in a hurry. They are always having a tension in their mind. They are always psychologically, their psychology is actually like this. They are always in a big burden of liability. They always know that when or how to repay back the money. As soon as they repay back the money, they are completely burdenless. But often at time, the poor peasant or the tillers of the land are often found to be there in the debt trap. Now, what is debt trap? I'll come to this particular thing in second chapter for discussion, not now. Now, talking about the next one, medium and the large scale farmers. The medium and the large scale farmers, as you can see from here, they are the rich farmers. They are the farmers having their own savings. They are so rich that they can afford their own farming method. They can do the cultivation, they can take out another business activity, any small scale business activity by their own money. As because what they do savings. And from where do they get savings? From the surplus output that they actually produce each year. They sell the surplus output in the nearby market and get return, and from there they do savings in the bank. And from that particular past savings what they have, they actually take those money to actually spend them in the present year's production. So basically, each medium and the large farmers always try to do savings for their further production, as because those savings will help them to buy new machines, those savings will help them to buy new fertilizers, those savings will help them to buy new seeds to sow in their field. So basically, mostly all the large and the medium farmers have their own savings. They are not so poor people. That's why they can arrange capital of their own. Right? So you can see here I have written that they have their own savings, and the second thing that I have written is they are actually getting these savings by selling the surplus output in the nearby market. Now, another question arises from here. Sir, what do you understand by the surplus output? The word surplus output means excess output. An output that is there, what I have produced, which is becoming so extra for me, apart from after making all my family members tummy khush, the excess surplus output that I am having, is that surplus output what I need to sell in the nearby market in order to earn profit out of it. That is what is done by every farmer. What they do is, our next topic of discussion that I will complete by today is the sale of surplus farm product. The sale of surplus farm product. What do you understand by the sale of surplus farm product? What is surplus? The harvest, when gets completed in this farming method, at the end of the season, when the 6 months of either it might be a kharif crop or it might be a rabi crop, whatever be a producer you are, the production when it happens, when there is a complete production, when you take the harvest out, what you do is, two things you do. You segregate your entire output that you produce into two parts. One, you retain some output, you store some output for your own family's consumption. And the excess surplus output is there what is required to sell in the market. So what you do? You either retain or hold a part of that particular output that you produce for your own self-sustainability. For your own family's self-sustainability that is required for your day-to-day living. And the extra surplus output that you extra produces, what will happen? What you do with that? You actually go with that particular output to the nearby market to sell them at a high price to earn some money. So you are always in a search of some lucrative price. When you find a lucrative price in the market, you always sell those particular output then and then they are in the market. Right? Now my topic of discussion now is the last topic, that is, sir, How do they sell their output? Or what is the process of selling the output? Is there any step by step to sell the output? Yes. Your answer is a big yes. Y-E-S. The output that is being produced by the farmers, like the medium and the large farmers, I'm not talking about the small farmers, as because Palampur small farmers are much more dependent and they act as the farm laborers working in the field of the medium and large farmers. Basically, the medium and large scale farmers are the main seller of the surplus output. How to sell the surplus output? How do they sell? I have segregated that here in this particular corner to help you understand the answer. They have a particular process of selling. Number one, they are basically being sold by the large farmers or the medium scale farmers. They supply those output there in the nearby market. They take their entire surplus output, the sack of wheat or a sack of rice, to the nearby market. Who? The medium and the large scale farmers. After taking all the surplus output in the market, they actually come and meet the next individual, that is the traders or the merchants. The traders or the merchants are the big individual with money in their hand. They give the money instantly or they give that partially from now to the time being, right? They give this particular money and buy the whole amount of surplus amount of food grains directly from the farmers. So directly from the farmers, the output is being bought by whom? By the traders. So these traders buy them, these traders act as a merchant, buy the surplus output directly from the farmers and take their where? Take there to sell to the shopkeepers, that is the third agent. The shopkeepers are there found in the small towns and cities just beside there in Palampur. Even we found different type of shopkeepers there in Palampur. Shopkeeping is a great activity done by the people in Palampur. Even apart from that, there is Raiganj, there is Shahpur, where we find many of the shops. These particular traders go and sell those surplus output there to the shopkeepers, and ultimately from the shopkeepers we all the consumers throughout our other parts of the country buy the output. So output is not directly being sold by the farmers to us the consumers. They are being sold by step. The first process of sale is they sell those particular output to the nearby market. Ultimately, they are being sold to the traders. From the traders, the shopkeepers they get that, and from the shopkeepers, the ultimate final consumers get that. So this is what our topic of discussion ends here. So now, I would like to request all my viewers, all my friends, and all my students also watching me there in YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you want to go on further with the topic of discussion of chapter number 1, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't even forget to share this and try to write all what I have told in your copy, as because it will be very helpful for your syllabus as well as for your examination. Hope to see you soon with my next upcoming video. Thank you.